Linda Bonney is a published author, conversationalist, writer, storyteller, podcast host, production manager, and GME roving reporter.
Thanks, Kim and Kerry. It's that time again. Good morning, entrepreneurs. Today, I'd like to talk about turning the volume down on our internal dialogue as entrepreneurs. I really need to take my own advice on this one because I feel like there's a lot of head talk that goes on. I will often rehash, rephrase, rehearse conversations before they actually happen. And it takes up a lot of my energy and a lot of my time. Can you relate to this? If we tune in for a moment and think about what is going through our mind as we are thinking of conversations we may have had or are going to have, it's interesting to hear what we are telling ourselves and what we might be worried about, what we might be excited about. There's a lot of indicators there if we turn the volume down for a moment, take a listen, and maybe switch off some of those internal conversations that are happening. As entrepreneurs, we lead pretty busy lives. And so adding extra energy to these internal conversations doesn't always work out for the best. It creates a lot of tiredness, exhaustion, burnout, and at times, confusion. I know for me personally, anyway. So I'm going to write myself a big note again to turn that volume down on my own internal conversations. And I really hope you can do the same thing. Back to you, Kim and Kerry.
Thank you, Linda.
Well, Adam, when we turn down the volume on our inner dialogue, you get what you want because you are not letting those negative thoughts distract you. And Adam, Linda's got a podcast. It's called Stories with a Sunday Roast, which features extraordinary conversations that Linda has had with amazing humans from all over the world. And it has allowed her guests to get what they want, which was to share their stories. So additionally, Linda took those conversations from the podcast and related them into her own life, into a collection of books called Stories with the Sunday Roast. She has already 2 of these out, and there is a 3rd one on the way, Adam.
That is so exciting, Carrie, that there's a 3rd one on the way. And I love Linda's conversations and how she then took those conversations and, like you just mentioned, parlayed them into the books and relating them to her life. And I loved what she was saying during her segment about turning down the volume on our internal dialogue, because I have so many conversations in my head that I just don't need to have. And I have to learn how to do that much better. I have to learn how to turn down the volume.
Yeah, I think we all do, Adam, because as entrepreneurs, there's so much going on, and a lot of it, between all the things that we're actually doing in our business, then there are those internal conversations happening, a little bit of doubt, a little bit of hesitation happening. And I just want to say this out loud on a kind of related kind of topic. We're not perfect in this show. Like, there's been many a time we have an agenda, we have something to follow. Kerry does not read very well, I will confess. So when things kind of go wrong, it's easy that you want to throw in the towel. Okay, I'm never doing GME ever again. Like, that is some of that internal dialogue that we can actually have. Whereas, to actually kind of reverse that conversation and go, okay, well, it wasn't perfect and this is not perfect. This show has not been perfect, but we're going to do it anyway because we believe in turning up and kind of tying all these conversations in together. We are being our authentic selves. If we make mistakes, then you know what? We learn from them. We just learn from them. And we probably have those mistakes out loud from time to time, like you've been witnessing.
Well, Carrie, I think you do a great job of reading the words. And I think that's one of the things we always aim to do with the show is up level one thing every week. we do have a debrief after every show to see what we want to do better, whether that's something behind the scenes or on camera. We always make sure we level up one thing a week. And I agree with you. There was something else you said that now, of course, about not being perfect. I mean, today I am like struggling with I know what I'm supposed to say after I play the videos, but I'm so used to just playing the videos and waiting for you or Kim to thank the person. I'm like, oh, wait a minute, that's me. I have to say that. So if there's like this brief delay as to why I'm not saying something right away, that's why, because I'm realizing my dual role today.
Well, and Adam, let's be honest as well, because we're actually kind of flipping who's who here, because without Kim, it is a very different show. And therefore, Adam's doing a little bit of Kerry, Kerry's doing a little bit of Kim. So there are moments where I'm actually sitting here going, oh, that's me. Like, it's my turn.